Hey guys, alright, so it is the end of the day. I've been creating the whole day, this whole series of the self-hosted notes app. Eventually were 7 episodes and it's 10:30. And right now I'm going to show you the whole process of just using the templates. So, if you just don't want to go through everything or you just want to quickly get started and see how it all looks and feels for yourself, you can download the templates and you will receive 2 files. So the 3DVista VTL file and the Baserow zip file. So let's start with the 3DVista VTL file. You go to MISC, import VTL, and over here you will say this 3DVista Notes app VTL. You hit import, and it probably is called Notes v6. Click somewhere in the screen, and in here execute JavaScript. We will need to replace the form URL and maybe the project ID. So let's import it in Baserow. So you create a Baserow account, baserow.io, right there, or you are going to self-host Baserow. If you want to just do it very quickly, I suggest go to baserow.io and create an account. Then you have a new workspace, and what we're going to do is import data, and into this template you'll drag and drop the zip file right into here. Hit upload, and right now you have the backend over here with notes, users, comments, projects, and the front end where you have home, view project, view note. Now all of these things are still empty because we need to fill up the backend. First you go over here, add new note, and look over here what this URL is. You might want to just regenerate it, not entirely sure. So yeah, I'll copy this URL, go to 3DVista, and right where it says replace me, I replace that right there. Because this is going to be the first project, I'll make this project ID number 1 and hit done. I publish this, I host it somewhere, and make sure this first icon is checked on. I do not check 3DVista Notes because, we have our own version. I just wanted to say that. And hit publish right there. But host is online, and we get back to Baserow. Right, so it's online. It's online on s3.360creators.com notes tutorial-v3. Alright, so let's just quickly see if this all shows up, the things that it needs to show up. Yes, looks good. This is what I set. I can obviously just hide this and hide the due date as well, or just remove it at all and keep it with note and user assign, up to my own liking. And what I'll do now is I'll grab the URL. I'll go to projects. I call this awesome project. I put in the URL. I create a user. So I set the name, user email, and user password. And that's it. Now I go to the Notes application. I'll hit preview to test it out before we publish. Hit enter. And I got my awesome project over here. I open the project. It's loading in this. There are no notes yet because this is a fresh install. And I'll say add a note. Awesome door. I assign this to myself. This is due for tomorrow. I add a file, my own logo, and I hit submit. hit the refresh button. And right over here, we already have this showing up, fully customizable. We can now open a note. And here we have the note. Here we say, all right, I agree. That door is awesome. Send comment. There it is. And I'm just checking in the home first, and I'll see that the note is created. It is assigned to me. It is not yet completed, so we can just go back to the node again, to the same page we just were, and say task completed. Mark is done. Awesome. Same process. We go back for adding in a new tour. You import this again. And the only thing that you change in the new tour is this number to number 2, and to 3, and to 4, and to 5, etc. Whatever you want. That's it. Then you host those tours online, and then you go back to Baserow, to the backend project. You add in this second tour with the project name. The ID is automatically created. The project URL, and yeah, that's it. In maybe a slightly newer version, you might still have the permissions as well to say, okay, this is accessible to a specific client. That'd be version 7 then. But for now, I'm keeping it here. And I think this is already pretty awesome. It's all for free. You don't have to pay for this. You can just figure out how it works. I share all my knowledge around this whole thing. Yeah. Hope you guys like it. Oh yeah, and the last thing is we can just go over here and say settings, domains, add domain. Awesome, cool notes.360creators.com. Create, put in this record over here. In the last episode, I've shown you like when you're self-hosting that you need to do one more step in Coolify. But if you're not self-hosting and using the Baserow Cloud, you can just add the CNAME record over here. And once you've done that, then you can go over to the application and hit publish. You click here, hit publish, done. That's it. And then you have your own self-hosted notes. Yeah, online, and you can start adding in various clients into this whole thing and let them communicate about your virtual tours, what's going on. Hope you guys enjoy. If you did, just still give the videos like a like. Let me know in the comments that you liked it. That is something I'd like to read. And subscribe if you haven't done already. Yeah, and if you do need any help with any of this, you know, the whole project, everything's for free. If you need help from me, then you pay me for some hours, and I'll help you one-on-one to fine-tune this whole application to your own needs. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.